Never in the history of the world have the merchants of obscenity had available to them the modern facilities for disseminating this filth. Disseminating this filth. The onslaught of the communist masters of deceit.
Pinko, Commie, Slutz. Pinko, Commie, Slutz. Pinko, Commie, Slutz. Pinko, Commie, Slutz.
Hello, Steve.
Hello.
What up?
There's some reggaeton jams going on outside.
Oh, yeah? That's nice.
Yeah, it's quite reggaetonish. It is amazing how loud the reggaeton is in this neighborhood. Not a complaint, just an observation.
Just you are truly amazed.
I'm amazed. I mean, it's got me dancing. What's up with you?
You know, just hanging out, enjoying being one of those cool people who worked today and is working tomorrow.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
Hello.
Hello, Marlo's here.
Yep.
Welcome. The Pinko Commie Sluts. We're all here.
We're assembling like Transformers.
That's right.
Do Transformers? Oh, yeah, they do. Wait, do they?
Well, I guess more like Power Rangers, right?
Yeah, but no, there's also a something assemble, but I don't know what that's from. I don't know. Let's just leave that a mystery. Whoever
Captain
knows it.
Planet?
Yeah, Captain Planet.
No, that's with your powers combined. I am Captain Planet.
That's true.
That's what we're doing.
Is it Thundercats? Is it Thundercats assemble? I don't know. Zoltron?
Avengers.
Avengers assemble? Did the Avengers assemble?
Avengers! Assemble.
Yeah, I think so.
They get together on the
Yeah, they like
These
meet
things,
up, but they don't like form a cohesive, like, large-bodied robot from smaller robots.
They get together for like work parties.
Yeah, they all show up. Well, most of them show up most of the time, I imagine. I think there's a minimum attendance level needed to be an Avenger.
Yeah, there's an unspoken rule about...
I like to think it's spoken. You go to Nick Fury with your vacation request, and Nick Fury denies it or accepts it. I don't know. I don't actually. Yeah, let's stop talking about comic books. That shit sucks. Yeah, how we all doing?
Doing good. Bunny worked today and is working tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
Because life is a crippling hell.
That's right. And it's fake Labor Day this weekend or tomorrow at the time of this recording.
Yep.
The anti-May Day.
Yes.
Yeah.
The day that's not commie Labor Day.
Yeah.
Designated specifically to distance from communists and like specifically the Haymarket affair.
Yeah, where, what was it, 7 or 8 cops died?
Mm-hmm. What began as a peaceful rally of workers. Wouldn't
Turned
you know
into
it?
a terrorist bomb.
Wouldn't you know it? Well, first, there was a peaceful rally they were rallying for the 8-hour workday, in fact. And wouldn't you know it, the cops killed one of these peaceful protesters, and then there was growing tensions, and then an explosive. An unknown.
A hero bomb was
Or possibly one of the cops. I don't know. I don't know. Who actually cares?
Inside job.
It
was one of the cops, and he went to throw it, but he like threw it straight up in the air, and then he was just like, boom, 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 boom.
Oh no, that actually is a highly likely thing that's been said since it's happened. I mean, it's Chicago.
Since 1886.
Yeah,
Actually,
When it
it
happened.
was a persistent rumor since 2001. A little event.
yeah.
called,
Bush knocked down the towers, baby.
Haymarket.
Immortal technique is not cringe. He is based, and I won't hear any different. And Dance with the Devil still is powerful. So, yeah, I stand by that.
I still think of Jack Nicholson when that statement comes up.
Bush knocked down the towers?
No,
Immortal technique is based?
Dance with the Devil in the Pale Moonlight from Batman.
Oh, yeah. Whatever. I don't give a shit about comic books.
We get it, Marla.
Yeah, no, that's my thing this week. I'm going to bully nerds who
Okay.
read comic books.
Yeah. Fuck comic books.
Yeah.
Play chess.
No, actually, I've been playing Dominions 5 this week. Which, shout out to Phil for that. As Steve probably knows, me and Phil is my very good friend and one of our, 7 listeners. And, me and him both have the same taste in video games, which are games that are, alienating and not fun and, just hate the player, but not in some, lame-ass way, getting over it, where it's oh, my entire gimmick is I don't know how to fucking make a user interface. But, just fun shit, pages of graphs, but not a Paradox strategy game. And so, yeah, he suggested Dominions 5. It's basically if Anton LaVey made StarCraft in 1972 with period machines. And it fucking rules. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing.
You and Phil are also the best Star Wars commentators.
Yeah, I mean, that shit's gotten cliche now, but, we had our basic live performance riff tracks back in, 2007, or live performance MST3K, because I'm a millennial and I grew up on the real shit for Star Wars, which was, fun. I don't know. It's gonna incorporate it into my best man speech for him, but then I thought better of that, and I'm glad I made that decision.
You didn't pepper it with
No, I did not. No,
references.
I did not mention Star Wars once because I'm an adult.
He was very tempted.
Yeah, I thought about it.
No,
I thought I was gonna. I had this because I have the thing of reading the opening crawl in the radio guy voice, Star Wars, that kind of shit. So I was gonna read
Star Wars, War in the Stars.
Yeah, I was gonna read what's that called? I don't know what that accent is, but I was
the transatlantic.
Thank you.
Accent.
I remember when your friend was over at my apartment one time, you were talking about it, and I was like, what's that? And then you're like, oh, it's the radio voice. And I was like, oh, good to know. And then I forgot it immediately. But, yeah.
See, Marlo, you won't forget this time. Yeah. It's the transatlantic accent. Yeah, it's a little bit Britishy. It's very quick. And no one actually speaks like this.
Yeah, it's the mid-Atlantic accent, yeah. But...
Well, no, it's not the mid-Atlantic. It's the transatlantic accent. It's a specific, concocted, contrived accent.
Bunny, he was doing a
intended to
not my written bit.
Intended to scrub all Americana like the mid-Atlantic accent from someone's speaking voice.
Which is actually what the coastal elites want to do, is scrub the world clean of Midwestern yokels.
They want us all to sound like McNulty being British but doing a bad Baltimore accent.
The best is Kathy Bates in American Horror Story, because she tries to go real period piece with her extreme Baltimore accent.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I like Kathy Bates when she does a Boston accent.
Yeah.
What was that movie? Where she kills somebody?
What movie doesn't she kill somebody?
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to go with the only Kathy Bates movie I've seen, and I could be not knowing who Kathy Bates is. That's also possible.
You son of a bitch,
Shut
Marlo.
the fuck up. Is she Misery Lady?
Yes.
Okay, then I do know who Kathy Bates is. Thank you. I'm pretty sure the only Kathy Bates movie I've seen is Primary Colors.
Oh, she's so good.
Everyone's great in Primary Colors, and it's such a terrible fucking self-aware version of West Wing. Like, it's like if West Wing knew they were all full of shit, but they were going to tonally embrace idealism about it anyway. That's basically Primary Colors. Everyone's great in it. It's a great movie. I fucking love that movie, and it's liberal as fuck.
The movie I was thinking of was Dallas Claiborne.
Anyway, I think that's the only Kathy Bates movie I've actually seen.
But yes, Primary Colors. Oh, I had something about this. Yesterday we watched Game Change.
Oh! Yeah, that's a delightful little romp.
Wait. Pause. Marlo, are you to have me believe you've never seen The Water Boy?
Oh, fuck, yeah, of course. Okay, fine. Yeah, no,
Gotcha!
Or Titanic.
I've never seen Titanic, and I never will see Titanic.
Oh, I'm gonna prank you.
It's 2020. I was born in 1988, and I have not seen Titanic up till this point. Even if I see Titanic,
never seen Two Girls, One Cup.
Neither have I. No, because when my friends were during the Goatsy era, the lemon parties, all that bullshit, and all my friends were like, oh yeah, click this link and you'll see someone doing gross shit with scatophagia, and I'm like, I'll just not click the link then. And they're like, oh, we'll just click the link. Never seen Two Girls, One Cup, never seen Lemon Party, never seen Goatsy, never seen... What are the other ones? Anyone know any other ones?
No, those are the ones I know.
You know what? You shouldn't tell people this, Marlo.
Oh,
You're asking for it.
Yeah, they're going to spam me with this bullshit.
They're going to spam me with a fucking mega link.
Yeah, if we had listeners, this would be bad.
Yeah.
But
it's going to pepper you with fucking gaping assholes.
Yeah,
and,
that is what Goatsy is, I assume. I wouldn't know because I never
do you not even know what it is?
I know what it is. It's been described to me.
I would have assumed that it's akin to your not wanting to see a horror movie, but wanting to know why it's being discussed.
Yeah, no, it's like me and the Vivitch. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
What about fried green tomatoes?
Never saw it. But I do enjoy fried green tomatoes as a food stuff. So, I feel like I've seen it.
Wait, Game Change. Game Change is such a good movie.
Delightful little romp.
Delightful.
Steve Schmidt is going to live down deciding to choose Sarah Palin for the rest of his life. And
I had he's also kind of just a piece of shit. As a person who I have to deal with. He was great being played by Woody Harrelson. I'll give him that. If more people were just Woody Harrelson depicting them,
that's true.
I think
we should all strive to be Woody Harrelson playing us.
Yeah,
in a movie. I stand by that. I actually a Facebook.
Imagine having Woody
for me.
Harrelson play you, and he looks better than you do.
I will admit that would hit me pretty hard, guys.
Yeah, no, they should have cast late. Well, actually, whenever the fuck the movie came out, what was that? 2010, 2012. Yeah,
2012.
They should have just cast Rob Reiner at the time with he basically looks like Steve Schmidt as far as I'm concerned.
Wait, he did LBJ as well?
Who did LBJ?
Woody Harrelson.
That sounds like a thing he'd do, like, kind of badly, as you'd be like, oh, that's Woody Harrelson the whole time.
Yeah, he can't play anybody but himself.
You can't play anyone who is equally, there's an image in your head of, as you have of Woody Harrelson. And for me, I equally have an idea of what LBJ is like as I do Woody Harrelson.
And they both talk to people on the phone while they're going to the bathroom.
Yeah, no, they can both, like, intense talk while also, like, sort of jerking it. But, like, I don't know.
No, Woody understands consent.
They're very different people.
Yes.
Woody wouldn't tell us about his giant hog.
We just know that.
We just know it by his
Well, by the
penis-shaped
times
head.
he's, like, just naked randomly. I mean, no, they both actually have that. I mean, they both have, like, you'll show up in the Oval Office and, like, they'll be naked energy. But, yeah, like, I can see the thought process, but the problem is, I mean, you need a Bryan Cranston to play LBJ. Because it's like Bryan Cranston does in fact disappear into your character, because we all got to know him as Malcolm's dad, Hal in the middle, and then, like, he was Walter White, and we're like, oh, that's different from Hal Middle. Oh, that man has range. So all we know about Bryan Cranston is he has range. We don't have an idea of who Bryan Cranston is as a stage presence. And so he can play LBJ. Woody Harrelson cannot.
Marlowe has decreed.
Yeah, no, that's my fucking Inside the Actors Studio analysis or whatever.
And so it shall be. Sorry, guys, I watched Dune this week.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah. No, that's a great movie. It's terrible, but, you know, like,
I love it so much. It's like I always start out making fun of the blocky, like, the blocky force field effect.
The Haltzman field effect is one of the best things from that movie.
It's great. But then I just get completely invested in the movie.
I can't say I ever have, and I actually have read the book.
I have read the book too.
Ugh, that sucks. No, but also I've read the lore. I'm not going to say I've read a second book because, ew. What am I, Phil, who I've mentioned earlier? But, god damn it, I fucking hate South Jersey. I'm getting buzzed by a fucking mosquito right now.
When you moving back to New York?
No, who knows anything? This all sucks. But, yeah, anyway.
Well, you better bring some of that good South Jersey Kansas soup so we can stock up.
I don't know what that is.
Our soup stockpiles for Antifa, Marlo.
Oh, okay. Is this a thing? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a thing. Donald Trump basically said that Antifa is carrying around, like, satchels full of cans of soup that we're throwing at police. And then when we get caught, we're like, oh, what? It's soup for my family. And which, I mean, brilliant, like, impeccable scheme. I
am but a simple soup trader.
Yeah. I mean, look, it was a big week for the president. He also specifically is still trying to ban all, like, diversity training. If it gets federal funding, and
I mean, whatever, I don't care.
It's a real 90s. It's a real 90s throwback.
Like super. Yeah, this is like a very, like, Bill Clinton era conversation to be having.
Well, my favorite thing that happened with Trump is that this pro-Trump boat parade happened.
Yeah.
And the water took its vengeance. And what, I think like several of the boats.
How did the boat
beautiful
sink,
photos.
actually? I'm curious. 'Cause
Sabotage
did
from
the
universe
Spaniard
itself.
bomb the main?
The Antifa super soldiers got into
Yeah, literally. How did they actually sink? Because I have not read anything of this story.
the ocean, and Antifa teamed up.
I don't really know
on the
either. There was
Did
people
anyone read this
inferring.
story?
Yes, a bit, but I don't. There
Was
was
there
no.
a storm?
No, there
Were
was
they
like.
bad boats? Like, I don't understand. Like, I've been on boats my entire life. I actually don't know how a boat just sinks.
He's on boats. He's on jet skis.
Yeah, I'm a boatsman. I'm from South Jersey. We're all boatsmen.
They're
God
all
damn
boatsmen in South Jersey. I didn't see a definitive. This was the cause.
I've been driving boats before I rode a bike.
But people were already inferring that.
Yeah, like
that there was like foul play.
Sure, and that'd be
five
hilarious,
boats,
but
five
what
boats
happened.
sink. So,
And it's like,
but
did
it would
they
seem
all
that they
even
had too many
sink, or
large
did-
boats in the same area, and it
yeah, no, that's
just
like, again,
made a
that's
bunch of
weird.
waves, and like that's what happened. Like it's like they,
That's a. I mean, did they even all sink, or did like some of them just blow a fuse and like they're saying they sank? I just.
No, they said 5 sunk.
How?
Several boats made a distress call
Okay.
and sank.
Well, needed distress calls can be I ran out of gas and I can't like get back to land right now. I've been on a boat where there's been a distress call. I haven't been on a sinking boat.
I have, and it was fun.
I haven't in this lifetime, but for sure.
Today I went on a canoe.
Now, what's the difference between a canoe and a kayak?
Go ahead, Stephen.
Marlo,
I have thoughts on this. I mean, they're
go. Give your thoughts.
Kayaks are lower built, usually between 1 and 2 people. There's not really much in the way of moving around space. Essentially, where the personnel are situated is where they are locked into, and they're paddled by a double-sided I'm going to call it a paddle because oars are technically connected to the boat through like rungs and whatnot. So I'm going to say it's a double-sided kayak paddle, whereas a canoe has higher sides, not a lot of space to move around in, but like storage space, and like there's an interior more than just the seat, and usually 2 people at minimum, and they are paddled by single-sided paddles. Each individual paddles on one side, and if you're an idiot who hasn't taken the canoeing merit badge at Boy Scout camp, if you're in the back steering, you might think, to go in the other direction, I'll switch the sides of my paddle. Like a fool.
Nope.
Like a fool. But if you are a merit badged Boy Scout, you will know how to do a J stroke.
I was doing J strokes all day. And I even pointed it out when I was doing it. I was like, I'm doing J strokes.
I'm in a situation where I'm doing J strokes. The other people better acknowledge I'm doing a J stroke.
I was like, look at my beautiful J stroke. Look at my beautiful
makes a J stroke.
And look at my beautiful boats. They're not sinking.
But canoes and kayaks, very different boats. I mean, like, also there's a general, like, I know it when I see it aspect of it. But they look different.
There were also people on large boards that look like surfboards that you could take out and stand on.
Yeah, my dad has a paddle. Or actually, I think it's my mom's paddleboard.
And they would go out in fleets. There would be like 5 or 6 of them out.
No, my mom's got one of them. And then a rowboat on the other hand, is a usually single-person vessel that uses oars, not paddle. So, you know.
And a gondola is one of them that's got like an Italian mustache on it.
Yeah, no, the gondolas are made out
And
of pasta.
somebody has to be doing opera at all times in the front of it.
Yeah,
Where the
it's not a
striped
gondola
shirt?
if you're not making out with someone on it, damn it. Yeah. Anyway. So I have recently finished a collection by Lenin, which caps off a little theory binge I've done. And pursuant to crafting my image of myself as the character I view myself as, when I get done with that bullshit, I'll read a random short story of Kafka I haven't read before.
Which one?
I went with The Village Teacher / The Giant Mole. Have you ever read that one? It's a wacky one.
Not.
He has a bunch of wacky fucking. He has so many.
He likes anime.
He has so many short stories that are first-person perspective from an animal.
He did not think highly of himself or human.
Yeah, but anyway, I don't know. I'm like 2 pages / 1 sentence in right now, so.
Okay.
That's a joke because Kafka writes.
I'm going to make several
entire sentences are
even explain all of them. But yeah, so
German is a great language, and it allows for sentences to go on for
fucking pages about how I don't know, the main character really thinks this person doesn't respect him, but that's okay because he doesn't respect that person. But also, he needs to respect that person to advance in his job. And the other thing is that respect reminds him of a friend of his who didn't respect someone. And it's like a whole fucking thing. But I don't know, the basic premise is this dude is reading a pamphlet put out by a village school teacher of the presence of a giant mole that appeared in their village many years ago. And I don't know where we're going with that. I think no one believed the village school teacher, and then this guy's reading about that. I don't know. But anyway, so I teased earlier I had a prepared bit. And so I thought recently...
Oh, it better be good, buddy.
Oh, it's not. It's fucking terrible. But I proposed recently... Well, I noticed recently we went slightly viral by having a snappy clip on YouTube of us fucking with Vaush. And that required me to spend all of 20 minutes watching some Vaush and a several-year obsession with Marxist theory. And this took me 5 minutes, and it is a list of Kafka titles that I punned as being gay. So I have Inside the Penis Colony, The Great Penis of China, The Hunger for Dicks Artist, The Giant Penis, The Country Homosexual, Investigations of the Penis, The Village Homosexual, America But Gay, The Metamorphosis of My Sexuality to Being Gay, The Hunter for Dicks Gracchus, Before the Law of Being Gay, The Trial of My Sexuality Which Concludes That I'm Gay, The Judgment of Another Man's Body, The Refusal of the Opposite Sex, A Report to My Gay... A report to my gay the warden... I don't know what that is. Anyway, The Warden of Penis, and finally, Blumfeld, an elderly bachelor. So anyway, I decided to do a official PCS, let's call it sweepstakes, where I don't know if we're actually going to do this, and none of this is legally binding, but if you give a list of the actual Kafka titles that I just alluded to, you get 1 free month on Patreon if that's a thing that we can do. And if not, I don't know.
Investigations of a Penis? Yeah. Good one.
Yep.
Wait, okay, so I'm looking. Absent-minded's penis gazing?
Oh, that could work.
Well, this one just works by itself. Reflections for gentlemen jockeys. The cares of a family man.
But it's part of it's in quotes.
Yeah. You just add the quotation.
Any one
family.
of those words, actually. Cares. Family, man.
Here's one that also could use quotations. My neighbor.
Castle, but like it's a gay castle. I don't know.
It's a bouncy castle. It's a bouncy castle. We lure our
the castle, but it's that like mansion from the beginning of kink.com videos, but also if kink.com was all gay. I don't know.
Instead of only 75% gay.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the wish to be a red Indian?
Yeah, I don't know. A wish for something. I probably
now I'm curious what that's about.
Okay. Bachelor's ill luck also seems like
no. Well, the one joke that I have of that is one of the titles I actually didn't change.
Which one?
Blumfeld,
you tell us.
An elderly bachelor.
Damn it.
Yeah.
No, you have to guess it for the sweepstakes.
The sweepstakes.
Yeah,
are you 85 years old?
Yeah, it's not just a contest, it's a sweepstakes.
It's sweepstakes.
Like you have to write a postcard to Nickelodeon Studios in order for us.
Send a self-addressed stamped envelope.
Yeah, absolutely. For an official Kellogg's cereal box game piece.
Okay, this one also seems like unmasking a confidence trickster.
Okay.
I would have called it unmasking a penis. I really have a very simple...
Unmasking a confidence penis.
Rose, but a simple man.
Unmasking.
Okay, literally, where are you getting this shit from? Because I am sitting with what purports to be a single volume collection of everything he's written outside his three novels. Yeah, Trial Castle, America. The problem this is actually
of
the
our
fucking book I have. Fair enough. Yeah, no, the shorter stories. Yeah, okay, so the thing with the shorter stories, though, is it's just, like, weird shit that he wrote on napkins that, like, Ernst Braun or whatever the fuck that guy's name was like, oh, I found this, too.
Yeah, and let's make it turn into a parable about Judaism.
Yeah, no, like, maybe...
Basically what...
Maybe this is about Israel, instead of dick, which is what it's actually about.
Maybe this is about Israel and not about
yeah, no, anyway, check out the giant mole. Also, check out the Hunter Gracchus. That is... Have you ever read that one? Yeah, I mean, it's, like, not a complete story. It's just, like, I don't know, this dude's, like, talking to the corpse, and, like, a corpse says something. It's a whole fucking thing. You know, it's like Kafka, whatever.
It's like Kafka. It's like whatever, but it's some shit he wrote on a napkin once.
Yeah, well, no, that's one of the longer stories. It's still not a complete story.
So it was a paper towel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, his longer stories also include the Metamorphosis, but that actually is a complete story.
Mm-hmm.
Before the penis sits a gate. Just change every word in Before the Law by Franz Kafka. The law of just being...
Well, I called it the law of... Before the law of being gay. As Gregor Samsa awoke one morning from uneasy dreams about cock, he found himself transformed in his bed into a gigantic gay person. Oh, god damn. That shit rules.
Well, that...
Yeah, no, that's great. We should do this more.
A hungry for cock artist? Is that yours?
Yeah, that was. I think I might have called it a Hungry for Penis artist, but like same idea. We great minds.
I gotta give the point to Steve because K sounds.
Right, sure. In the penis colony is probably the more obvious one of all of those. Also the borough, but it's like lower Manhattan in the 1970s.
I wish I had more Kafka puns ready to go. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, this is what we're doing from now on. This
is exclusively a Kafka
gay pun show. Because again, way easier than like reading the news or paying attention to anything or coming up with.
Yeah, you hadn't even heard the cool soup thing.
Yeah, I've not heard the cool soup thing, but I do have a list of every short story Franz Kafka wrote, and an attached short story to go with it.
Well,
on the page, the list says it is. Cool.
Wow.
Yeah, no. Technology from books.
Very nice. I just came armed with the fun fact that it's the anniversary of the time that Cal Ripken broke Lou Gehrig's record.
I honestly don't know. I know they're both basketball players. I don't know shit.
It's the Orioles, man. It's Baltimore.
Demos.
Baltimore.
But I do love that Baltimore's one of Baltimore's most prestigious athletes is essentially someone who got perfect attendance. Because it's just that he played every single game and didn't miss a single game for X amount.
That was seriously the record.
Yeah.
It sucks ass.
I really hated the people in high school that got the perfect attendance award. I was like, come on, guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I don't know. I went on vacation with my parents occasionally because they loved me. So, that was cool.
Or get sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, get sick.
Be like Kafka and be sickly like a normal person. A human.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cal Ripken.
Ooh.
Now they named the stadium after him.
I didn't see that one.
Which one?
Gay wedding preparations in the country. Awesome. What is this? It's an incomplete work. Of course it is. Raban is traveling to the country to meet his future wife, Betty. Written between 1907 and 1908, 3 fragments of missing pages, and as with
more like fragments.
Yeah, as with most of Kafka's work, they were published after his death by Max Brod. I knew that already. Why would he publish something in his lifetime with 3 fucking pages missing? According to Brod, Kafka's intention was to complete the story of his novel, Short Max. And there's no summary of it at all. Just, you should get the complete stories, dude. It's a great fucking volume.
A little woman. No, that's fun. That's gotta be rife for content.
Literally, it's all his stories outside of the 3 novels.
Yeah, yeah.
It's great. Like, it's just, I'm bored. Let me pick a random one. Oh, shit, this ends in the middle of a sentence. Whoops. Yeah, no, that's great. This is just like a fucking shopping list he made while thinking about his father. Oh, God, what a great guy. Oh, fucking happy little Jew.
You're right. We should celebrate all the happy little Jews throughout history.
What about that Pelosi thing? Like other news? Do we want to transition back into
probably do that.
Shitty things that happened this week?
Wait, what happened with Pelosi beside the hair salon thing?
The hair salon. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that is what you're talking about.
I
Oh my
really
God. Okay, but it did cause my dad to post some hardcore cringe. It was so
yeah,
funny.
sure. Yeah, no, because that's the thing that libs have to like now defend.
My dad said shade on. He said shade instead of shame. Shade on the hair salon that set up Miss Nancy Pelosi.
Your father is a struggling working class immigrant, and he can get words wrong. But in Greece, they had nothing. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, it's just, I mean, it's like such a, okay, yeah, that's the thing that liberals need to defend. That's the thing. And, like, we all know what's going on. You know, obviously, could have kind of happened to any public figure in any political party, and you'd be equally making fun of them if it was the other side. And also, it doesn't matter, and we're all going to fucking die, and none of them are doing anything about it. So, yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We're all going to die.
That was, I mean, it was fun. It was fun to see her get roasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just, yeah, whatever. She's terrible. I mean, like, I don't know. I have my fucking thing on Twitter right now where, like, MAGA fucking chuds are, like, thinking that I'm unironically praising the FBI's endorsement of Biden, which is a thing that actually happened. It didn't actually happen.
Well, yeah, it's the Communist Party USA. For context, as a communist podcast, you have to give some historical context.
Okay, so CPUSA was like the largest communist party in America for 1930s solidly through 1970s, early 70s.
Yeah, it was like 75.
Yeah. So anyway, they were just the communist party like in America, and they were a rather large third party.
They had like 30,000 members at one point.
They had a lot. They were like, I'm pretty sure, the largest political party in America, and they literally got funding from the Soviet Union, which recognized them as the International Communist Party. But anyway, so the FBI like infiltrated them to fuck starting in the 1930s and just moving on from there. And so it like was kind of always been a joke that everyone in CPUSA is a Fed. Like, that's just a joke that's always been about them, is like, oh, yeah, no, you go to a Communist Party meeting and, you know, they're all, there's you and a bunch of FBI. So, CPUSA recently, like, did some fucking tweet, like, where it's like, oh, well, leftists should vote for Biden because of harm reduction, because we suck. And I just also have to go on record and say, the USA has not done that yet. So, like, good for them. You know what? Like, give them something. Throw Jacobin a fucking bone sometime. Like, online fucking communists, like, I get, like, do you hate Jacobin? I know why you hate Jacobin, but, like, they're not Mother Jones. They're not the fucking Intercept.
No, they're like Mother Jones 30 years ago.
Sure. Like, embrace that for what it is. So, anyway, CPUSA was like, oh, yeah, you should vote for Biden. So I made the comment, oh, man, I don't know how Trump can claim the mantle of the law and order president if he's getting this rousing endorsement from the FBI. Hilarious. I'm a funny person. So that was 5, 6, maybe even a week and a half ago. I don't know.
It was too subtle.
All of time runs together, and I don't know how long things have been. So I made that comment, and all of a sudden, fucking MAGA Twitter discovers it, and now I'm getting like, oh, the same FBI that did the Mueller investigation in the $3,000 suit. Come on, and I'm just getting inundated with this like horseshit of like just bullshit I don't give a shit about. To borrow a phrase from Virgil, Texas, I don't know who Lev Parnas is, and I will never know who that person is. I don't care about the Russia investigation. I don't really give a shit about Biden versus Trump. It was a joke about the CPUSA. It wasn't a joke about Donald fucking Trump. It was a joke about the CPUSA. And so I'm just getting like fucking Norse Guard, 1488, Thor fucker, just like tweeting at me about like how, well, actually an FBI investigator was found to have text messaged a person that said like, oh, Trump is like a bad person. And I just don't care because it was a joke about CPUSA, and now I have to deal with these people. So that's what I've been dealing with in politics this week.
Yeah, that sucks because they all have this idea that the FBI writ large is.
They have an idea I give a shit about any of it. Is their mistaken idea? I don't care. If the FBI shot Trump tomorrow, I wouldn't give a shit. If the FBI,
oh my god, that would be fucking radical, dude.
That would be.
I'd put my joke back on the internet where I said, "Don't worry, everyone. If Trump wins, they'll just grassy knoll that shit." Wink, wink. Because I did not see this as a realistic outcome.
I would maybe say like, "Oh, why is holy shit? The FBI just shot Donald Trump trending." I'm not going to click on that. And then I'd go about my day. Playing Dominions 5 because I fucking rule.
How awesome would it be if you saw that trending and ignored it and then checked later and it was just a earnest account of what occurred?
Yeah, no, that'd be like, oh, huh. Why'd I got that Dominions 5 time in?
You know what would be an even more awesome alternate route this could take is if it's a veteran. If it's a veteran who's so angry about Trump saying that the people that lost their lives in World War I were all losers.
World War I?
Yeah.
We're actually litigating World War I right now?
We're litigating. Well, it was when he went over to France and he said the people over there shouldn't have gone to war and that they're all losers.
I mean, objectively, World War I was incredibly fucking stupid. Objectively, World War I was the dumbest fucking thing people with power and money decided to do for no fucking reason.
I know. We're all siding with Trump on here.
Absolutely an all-right
intended point. This was indeed there's a QAnon podcast. Trump sending secret messages.
Yeah, and those messages say that like Joe Biden murdered his family.
Well, Trump did get a pretty big endorsement this week.
From Bin Laden's niece.
Yeah, Bin Laden's big titty niece.
Like Laura Loomer.
Yes.
His niece looks the most like Laura Loomer of anyone.
Even more than Laura Loomer.
Yeah.
It does anymore.
Yeah, no, I keep seeing it, and I keep going, is that Laura Loomer?
Well, Trump is solving the problem of violence in the Middle East.
I mean, also, Bin Laden had 8,000 siblings. So, he has a bunch of nephews and nieces. It's a big fucking family.
I think
the Bin Ladens are like a real estate company or a construction
they're a real estate company that has personal patronage from the Saudi royal family, and therefore all the men have $1 billion fucking dollars, and also polygamy is legal. And Bin Laden has like 1,000 fucking siblings. Like, he just does, and all of them have kids, too.
Well, I think people aren't looking deep enough into this. I think this woman
maybe she just, like, from one real estate heir to another, relates to him.
No, I think it's more than that. I think she's trying to warn us. I think she's telling us, actually, if he doesn't get to be president again, he'll be free to plan another 9/11.
Oh, that was actually literally the campaign of Charles Taylor in Liberia. It was just like, yeah, vote for me or else I'll plunge the country into another devastating civil war. Was literally his campaign. It was one of the most effective campaigns ever done. And, like, yeah, no.
At least honest, you know.
His slogan was, he killed my ma, he killed my pa, but I'm going to vote for him. That was literally the campaign. You look up Charles Taylor's presidential run for Liberia. It's what I just said. That's actually all true. Liberia is fucking wild. Only country outside the U.S. with a capital named after a U.S. president.
That is true.
All
He's still
what are we
alive?
talking
Jesus Christ. Charles Taylor.
Who's Charles Taylor?
The warlord from Liberia who, like, just murdered a shitload of people. Is he like living in Long Island or some shit? I feel like he's living in Long Island or some shit.
He's not like that Turkish guy?
Well, yeah, sort of, a little bit, except, like, more evil.
The Turkish cleric?
Yeah, the traitor Gulen.
Wait, is he in jail? He might be in jail.
Oh, he might actually be in jail? Good for him. I mean, well, good for the international community doing a thing. Good on Wikipedia for saying, in parentheses, Liberian politician, in the most work that the word politician has ever done. Like, holy shit, man.
This is the weekly section of the podcast where Marlowe goes, good for him.
Yeah.
Good for that warlord.
Oh, he has been charged with one count of pillaging.
Now, what is one pillage?
I don't know.
Okay, so I've been studying...
it looks like he is in jail for being awful. And also an agent of U.S. intelligence, but they didn't charge him with that.
You can't.
Let's see here. At his trial, Taylor claimed he was the victim, denied the charges, and compared his actions of crime against humanity to the things George W. Bush did during the War on Terror. Fair. Sentenced to 50 years in prison, was 64 at the time. Oh, he was sentenced by Sierra Leone? Oh, yeah, because he, like, kept invading Sierra Leone during the Liberian Civil War. So Liberia didn't even charge him. Anyway, former Liberian politician Charles Taylor.
We're officially 2 months away from the end of the world.
Former government employee of the United States, Charles Taylor.
Yes, that's true. We're only 50 days?
It lists it as military service. Wow, Wikipedia, you fucking rule. His military service. Oh my god,
Also
that is so fucking
marauding.
funny. Oh, wow.
Should we rebrand looting as pillaging?
Yes, 100%. My Viking roots demand it.
I mean, there's always that classic joke. Yeah, presidency at the end of the Civil War in 96, 97, general election, campaign on the notorious slogan, he killed my ma, he killed my pa, but I will vote for him. Yeah, wow, I actually did remember that. It's very memorable. Very memorable. I would, if I was a Joe Biden team. But it would be, he killed his wife, he killed all his kids, but I will vote for him. which I'm still trying to make that stick.
Oh my gosh. Though, you know what? I do think someone's getting clever with whatever kind of Vyvanse schedule they put Joe Biden on, because he could be completely incomprehensible and then seemingly coherent, and I think it's all how he's being dosed. Needs that sweet Vyvanse. I don't know. Isn't that the other Adderall?
What about Vyvanse?
It's what Joe Biden's taken, I think, when he speaks coherently.
But actually, what did Vyvanse do again? Are
Like,
they like Adderall?
yes.
Okay.
I said all these things just a moment ago.
Yeah, sorry. Apparently, pillaging is a violation of Article 3 of the Geneva Conventions. So, I was in the middle of that rabbit hole of reading about what a pillage is. Yeah.
I like the theory that Donald Trump is going to win on Election Day and then lose after the mail-in count.
Yeah, no, that's actually fairly likely, and that would be hilarious. And honestly, if his people don't start a civil war over that, they're fucking weak.
I know, right?
If they do that, I am going to mess with Texas. Like, if Donald Trump wins on Election Day, loses by the time they count all the ballots, and then his supporters don't plunge us into a civil war, I am going to fly down to Texas and just mess with them. I'm going to put condiments on the wrong shelves in supermarkets. You're going to be like,
you're gonna mess up however they say is how you do barbecue.
Yeah, no,
I don't remember.
I actually believe that a mustard-based sauce is better, like the Carolinas do, or whatever the fuck. And they'll be like, blah, blah. And then I'll be like, oh, brisket? Do you mean that thing that Jewish mothers make? Yeah. And they won't do shit about it. I'll change the definition of Texas brisket to be American Ashkenazi Jewish brisket. And they will be too weak to oppose me.
You'll really be living the dream.
Yeah.
I do think
you're going to brand them with Stars of David. And you're going to be like, wait, this has gotten away from me a little bit.
Yeah.
I think this might be bad for you.
No. Oh, brisket, you mean that thing that you make in kind of a casserole pan in your oven with apple juice and shit? I don't know. I've been a vegetarian my whole life. And I actually don't know what this is. But I do know that it's different than Texas brisket, but they're both called brisket, and I'm going to purposely confuse the two, and you guys are going to just be little bitches and go along with it because you're fucking weak. Because we couldn't even start a civil war.
See, I am imagining them taking over governors' mansions and declaring Donald Trump the president of each individual state.
But whenever the right wing takes over government buildings, it's always some office building of people that you never heard of. Oklahoma Federal Building. It's oh yeah, you really should. Those people who were doing I think accounting work or whatever the fuck.
Right. I think the right wing falls apart when it comes to trying to do some of this stuff for realsy, because they know how to put on a show, but I think it'll be some individuals will blow themselves up for sure.
I mean, I hope so. I really hope that they actually put their fucking money where their mouth is. Otherwise, again, I'm going to mess with Texas because I don't think they'll do anything to stop me.
Well, okay, what if Trump declares that he's president on the day of the election.
Oh,
after
he will.
counting the-
I mean, no, he'll absolutely make a victory speech if he's ahead by the end of election day. He will, and it'd be the smart thing to do. I mean,
he'll Pete Buttigieg.
yeah, absolutely.
I think he's got a plan to make it look like someone's coming to assassinate him.
I mean, realistically, he doesn't actually care about being president.
No.
I mean, he just needs to, like, make it look like whatever happened, he actually won and he was wronged. That'll be a way for him to do that. But again, it's up to his followers to actually take that and run with it. Like real men instead of little piss babies who will just let anyone come to Texas and mess with it.
Hey, are there other states that have similar mottos?
I mean,
That are
New
as
Hampshire,
like-
but also no one gives a fuck about New Hampshire.
What is New Hampshire's?
Live free or die.
Yeah, but that's not as aggressive.
Don't mess with us.
Yeah, that's not like as confrontational.
I don't know. It has the word
It's like
die
it's
in
giving
it.
you a choice. It's like, you know, I mean, live free or die, that's a pretty common refrain.
I think if I put them to the test, they would choose to live unfree.
Yeah.
But,
Now, if you had to choose one state that you would absolutely, under no circumstances, mess with, what would
there
that
isn't one. They're all fucking pussies.
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know. I think for me, it
Like
might.
Rhode Island and Providence Plantation is changing their name because Plantation, which sucks. It's like the one thing that I'm pissed off about.
How is North Carolina the Tar Heel state?
Yeah, no, that sounds super racist. And I don't believe there's any other explanation because literally Tar Heel isn't a thing. So it's probably a racist slur. Like, there's no such thing as a Tar Heel. Like,
Yeah.
Ohio's dumb enough because it's like, what the fuck is a Buckeye? And then they're like, oh, well, it's an inedible tree nut. And you're like, oh, okay. Like, fine. That's at least that's a physical object, even though I don't know why you're really leaning into that as your thing.
I wouldn't mess with Oregon.
Eh.
The beaver state.
I mean, I feel like you just, like, watched Green Room recently.
Well, not only that, but, like, it's in flames.
Yeah, well, which means, like, really they're their own worst enemy. You know, I would simply light them on fire and they'll go, my one weakness.
Or they'll come into your place and shoot you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're weak. Again, if they're not willing to civil war over Trump having the election stolen from him, they're weak. They don't actually mean what they say.
I just don't trust beavers.
Hey, yo.
Like they have fortresses. They're like
Yep,
industrious animals.
that is.
They're
We're
almost
talking about the animals, all right, here.
they're almost capitalists. Those beavers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're good at what they do. They create dams.
This is all about the animal. I'm actually trying to picture how this could all be double entendres. So, like,
They put sticks in water to stop water.
they're some wet ass burrows.
Wet ass beavers.
Oh, god damn it.
God damn it, guys!
How is Tennessee the volunteer?
The
That's what I
volunteer
don't-
state.
Like, for what?
I want to hear that in like a song, like somebody from Tennessee. being
That
like,
sounds like
Tennessee, the volunteer state.
That sounds like one of those things like that they came up with during like Roosevelt's fireside chats when everyone was like, "Oh, I'm gonna like fucking build a fucking building for the New Deal."
Okay. Tennessee is known as the volunteer state, a nickname some claimed was earned during the War of 1812 because of the prominent role played by volunteer soldiers from Tennessee, especially during the Battle of New Orleans.
Oh, yeah. That was a fucking victory after the war.
Yep.
Oh, man.
It just got adopted. February 10th.
What?
Yeah.
Why? What was it before? Like the black people enslaver state?
They changed it from, I don't know. It's lost to history. It's
lost to history.
Tennesseans are known as Big Benders. I don't know.
Ooh, Big Benders.
Incidentally, East Tennessee was a hotbed of pro-union sentiment during the Civil War.
Big Bend State, referring to the Indian name for the Tennessee River, the river with a big bend. Hog and Hominy State, the mother of Southwestern statesmen.
What?
All of these are Tennessee nicknames, but they chose they also are called Butternuts.
Ooh, Butternuts.
Because of the tan colors of their Civil War soldier uniforms.
Okay, we don't need to discuss that. I was going with they had a buttery nut food that they made.
The butternut squash.
Yeah, no, I thought they were like known for their prolific growing of the butternut squash.
Nope, they had tan colors of their traitorous uniforms.
Oh, the butternut is its own thing, separate from a butternut squash. I did not know this.
I do know that one name from like other countries for avocado is butterfruit, and I find that delightful.
I like it.
Yeah, no, it's a great name for that thing.
Butternut is also known as white walnut, so it's racist.
Oh, that reminds me, I was watching Best in Show.
Oh.
They have that scene where he's like, my mom hated it when I just repeated the names of nuts. Butternut, walnut, pistachio nut. She just went crazy when I said pistachio nut.
I have actually never seen that one.
What?
But I haven't watched every fucking Christopher Guest movie.
It's a great Christopher.
You should watch it. It is. All his movies are great,
right,
but like I've never seen Best in Show.
Which ones have you seen?
I don't know, like A Mighty Wind. This is Spinal Tap. Is that even Christopher Guest or is?
It's most of them.
Yeah, it's the same cast. I don't think he did it.
I don't know. It's in genre. Oh fuck! What else? I don't fucking know. Seen other Christopher Guest movies, I'm sure. Electric Apricot. I don't fucking know. Fuck you.
Electric Apricot.
Wow. The Quest for Fester.
It's such a good movie.
Great movie, but very much not Christopher Guest.
He did do This Is Spinal Tap, although he wasn't the director and producer of it. He did The Princess Bride, Little Shop of Horrors.
Christopher Guest did The Princess Bride?
Yeah, he was an actor in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it seems like this list on Wikipedia is...
Yeah, that's not what we're talking about, Wikipedia.
For your consideration.
Oh, yeah. I am... No. Yes, I have seen For Your... I don't know. I was on acid in college. Who fucking remembers every Christopher Guest movie I've seen?
I remember every Christopher Guest movie I've seen.
Well, that's because you weren't on acid.
I remember a lot of what happens to me on acid.
Okay, yeah, well, okay. As someone on the same Wikipedia article, they have a very clear system of columns to say what he actually did on those movies.
Yeah, I got that after I said that,
okay.
You know.
Oh, mascots. I forgot about that one. I should say that.
But yes, the game change made me want to rewatch the Sarah Palin rapping. It's still good.
It's worth it. A Facebook memory came up for me from 2012 expressing that Sarah Palin scared me, and I had to but laugh.
Yeah.
What?
Shit anymore.
That's right. Marlowe's completely black-pilled.
I am Fall Guys pilled, or this week Dominions 5 pilled.
Mm-hmm. Well, guys, I don't got anything else.
No, we're in a large one.
Yeah.
Maybe I've just mostly like heard the titles of Christopher Guest movies.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw Waiting for Guffman, but like reading the summary, I don't think I did. I think I've just heard the name Waiting for Guffman a bunch.
Well, it's worth it.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. You know what's a great Fred Willard is back in the 80s, there was a show on Showtime called Fairy Tale Theater hosted by Shelley Duvall. Mm-hmm. And they had famous actors live act different fairy tales. And the Three Little Pigs has Billy Crystal and Fred Willard as 2 out of the 3 pigs. I forget who the third pig was. But the wolf was definitely what's his fucking face, who I kind of forget now. Holy shit, Jeff Goldblum, thank you, played the wolf. Great fucking piece of art.
Great fucking piece of art, guys.
Yeah, Three Little Pigs from Fairy Tale Theater.
That's right, find it, pipe it in.
It's absolutely on YouTube.
It's our outro.
I watched it after Fred died because I grew up watching that shit. And that was my Fred Willard. Some kids today have him in WALL-E. Cultured types who've actually seen Chris Guest movies have seen him in Christopher Guest movies.
I did watch A Mighty Wind.
Yeah, I've definitely seen A Mighty Wind.
When he died, I did watch A Mighty Wind.
Yeah, no. I had Three Little Pigs to watch. But yeah, anyway, good night.
All right, what happened? Bye,
Night.
everyone.
Poseidon for
Biden. Woo-hoo.
Tonight we follow the adventures of a family of pigs. We see how the runt of the litter teaches his brothers that inspiration and just plain hard work is the only way to keep the wolf away from the door. The Three Little Pigs.
Dog, you. I sure am glad I'm handsome. You sure can't tell who got the looks in this family.
Larry, will you stop playing your oboe so loud? I'm trying to learn how to get rich.
I'm sorry, Peter, but I've got to practice. I'm writing a new song for my play. It's called Pygmalion.
What's the matter, Peter? Having a hard time reading your money book?
This happens to be the lazy pig's way to riches. I'm reading a chapter called There's One Born Every Second.
Boring. You want to know how many ladies I've dated this last month?
No.
I know. I'll paint a family portrait.
Artists don't make any money unless it's from a matchbook cover. Now there's big money.
I know. I'll put Mom in the middle and Paul next to her. No, but you're very tall and Mom's small. See, composition is everything.
Oh, boy.
Hi, Ma.
Ma, will you tell Larry to quit playing his oboe so loud? It hurts my ears.
Oboes aren't loud. They're expressive.
You know, you're both crazy. Ma, tell them they're both crazy.
not
I'm
crazy.
just trying to look at myself.
Shut up.
I've been fighting.